This bomb will go off in 10 seconds. You're listening to the PipeBomb podcast with James, Nick, Gigi, Josh, Sam, and Tom. Ring the bell. 1.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the PipeBomb podcast. I'm Nick, and today we are going to cover all of the messy WWE topics that has been happening this week. But thankfully, I'm not alone today. I am joined by James. How you doing, James?
Hey, Nikki. Hey, listeners. What's up? How you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing good. Well, there's been, who's not doing too good.
Oh my God.
Pretty much half of the WWE roster.
A lot's been going on. Just a lot. It's like a dark crowd. Ooh, a dark cloud is over the whole wrestling business right now.
Oh my God, seriously, what a mess. But before we begin and get into all the juicy topics for this week, I just want to put in all of our plugs for the beginning here. So everybody, if you haven't gone to go see Fan Slam yet, it was our summer project. Definitely go check that out. It will be in the description as well. It was a lot of fun. So if you guys haven't seen that, definitely go check that out. And I just wanted to thank all the listeners for all the support that we got on our last episode. It was crazy. Like, we set a like goal for 30, and by the first day, we were pretty much there. I think we're about 3 or 4 off. So, guys, if you haven't seen our last podcast, go down in the subscription and just like that, and subscribe to us, too. So, I love that. What did you think of all the support that we got, though, Jake?
I loved it. I love all the interaction from all the listeners, and I loved the new listener who commented this week. Shout out to you. And I want more of the silent listeners to come out. Like, we don't bite. So, unless you're Brad Maddox, I'll bite you. Other than that, just come out. It's pretty cool. And I hope we set another goal for this episode to reach that 30 likes goal. I think we can do it.
I think we should, definitely set that like goal again for today. Hit that 30 likes because it just kind of expands our channel. But yeah, I just wanted to thank all the listeners and give a little couple shout-outs to some of our dedicated listeners. Like you mentioned on the last episode, we've had a lot of followers from the very beginning when we just started from the bottom, and now we're here. And so, I just wanted to give shout outs to Keyshawn Webley. He is so funny. Like, he's always in the comment section. He's on tweeting us all the time on Twitter as well. So props for you. And then Jordan Turner as well. I love him. He always has so much love for Sasha Banks and TPP at the same time. So he's one of my favorites. CJ Williams, I think that's one of our new listeners that has been commenting down in the comment section. And she's hilarious. LB Clash of Kings, he's been with us from the very beginning, so I just want to give big thanks to you. All your stuff, all your shade is so good. And BX Girl HS, not exactly sure, but that's the one who always leaves like a lot of the paragraphs and a lot of kind of storylines that they would like to see, so I love reading that. And then finally, I just have Isaac Gore. He's been with us from the very beginning as well, so I just wanted to give a shout out to all you guys, because without you guys, like, we wouldn't really have an audience, and you guys have been here from the beginning, and I love all the love from you guys.
Yeah, it's so much fun to interact with them. And especially the ones like that come at us on Twitter. Like, if you guys have a Twitter, tweet us. I will tweet you back. I love it. And Keyshawn loves to send me shady gifts on freaking Twitter. And there's another one, Jordan. Oh my God, I always forget his name. I'm so sorry. You know what? Let me pull it up, because he hits me up all the time on my Instagram.
Oh, does he?
And he sends me the most funniest things. Oh, it's J-Rock Artie. He is freaking hilarious. He sends me all these hilarious like wrestling memes on Instagram. So shout out to you.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I just wanted to give a shout out to all the listeners though, because it was just, we had so much support on our last couple of episodes, and it's just been a lot of fun going on this ride with you guys. And like, I feel like you guys are our friends too, so I love talking in the comment section with you guys. So keep that up. And like we mentioned, smash that like button, because our like goal today is 30. But now that that's all out of the way, let's get into our juicy topic. So James, start us off, because there has been a lot of drama going on with a current, former NXT diva.
Yeah, clearly WWE has given her the thumbs down. And you know, all right, let's get into it. I'm a little hurt. I'm disappointed. I can say I'm disappointed because news broke that Zara, who's down at NXT, I believe she's been with NXT for a little over a year. Could be. Maybe
I think so, yeah.
I don't know. She hasn't been there for too long, but she's the tattooed girl that's actually dating WWE Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins. And you might have seen her on NXT TakeOver, where she was sitting down right next to Seth Rollins in Brooklyn. And she recently just had her debut down in Florida at an NXT live event. She was out on injury most of the year. Oh my god, she was one of the girls that I was really looking forward to debut down on NXT because she had such a different look. I had a lot of things in common with her. I love the same music as her. Me and her would tweet each other back and forth. She would like my Twitter a lot back in the day when she first got signed, whatever. Now she got brand new. But whatever, regardless. Apparently some of the hater fans, I have to say hater fans, even though what she did is it's not ethical, it's kind of wrong, and like I'm really disappointed in her. But a lot of the internet trolls, because let's be honest, Nikki, they are trolls out there.
They dug up her dirt.
They dug this girl's dirt up. Like, they went through her Instagram, through her Twitter, through her Facebook. They digged up all her swastikas and her the Nazi logo, saying that she supports the Nazis, and she had all this artwork up on her wall. But in her defense, I will say a lot of people have all these. It's in the privacy of your own home. And if you're going to have, like, artwork up on your wall, sometimes, like, I have some satanic artwork. It's not that I'm satanic and I believe in the devil. I just like the artwork. Like, Paige has a big artwork in her apartment. It's like a satanic artwork with the goat head. I have something very similar to that. And it's very satanic, but it's just artwork. And I just like that dark artwork. And that's where it comes from. So I could see where Zara was coming from with the whole Nazi logo. What is it called again? It slipped my mind.
Yeah, I forget the actual, the swastika.
Yes.
I think it's that. The only thing I could give to credit with that is from what you're saying was that, like, I think it was like an art picture of it, and it had the symbol, and then she was explaining how before that it was before the negative connotation with everything that happened with the Jews and stuff, it represented like prosperity or something. It's supposed to be a symbol from some sort of religion. So that one I was like, okay, like, if I can kind of understand that. But when she fucking had the post of the My Little Pony with the swastika symbol and just like making a joke out of it, like, that's when she crossed the line. And there was a lot of more dirt, and so we can bring all that up now.
She went on into talking about Disney princesses, about Princess Tiana, which is a black princess. She made some comments about, why is Disney going to make a black princess if black people don't buy their kids toys? She was just saying some very off-colored comments that I don't appreciate. I was disappointed in her, but I defended this bitch to the hills.
You did. Gigi and I were ripping this girl a new one in the chat, and James is like, I don't believe it. It's fake. The fans to put all this together, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, because, like, I just couldn't believe in Nikki, because I really, really like this girl, and I was giving her the benefit of the doubt that she's not that stupid. And if she was dumb enough to put all this stuff out, that's just so uneducated and low class, if you ask me.
Yeah.
I feel like she should have went back, once signing with WWE, deleted everything. Social media going to stop all over.
Burn your receipts, Zara.
Yes. Like, last episode I taught you guys, because one of the listeners told me that I'd be sitting there preaching to them. And I kind of like that. He's like, if you're going to sneak...
Preaching your gospel.
He's like, if you're going to sneak right, bitch. Like, go delete all the receipts. Like, these bitches be fucking up. She should have went back, deleted every social media that she ever had before signing on to such a big mogul company like WWE. They're squeaky clean. You have to have a clean image to remain with them. They have that whole that courtesy call, like, when you're out, you better keep it together. Everything got to be tight and together. And this girl, knowing that she had all this baggage sitting behind her, and then on top of this, on top of everything that's been going on with her, she had nudes leak out earlier this year.
Oh,
So,
yeah, and the whole fucking scandal with Seth Rollins and his fiance and her being the side piece for months on end. And, like, I don't know, like, this girl here, like,
she was
don't get me
trouble.
wrong, she had a great look, you
Mm-hmm.
know? She's a beautiful model. I was really looking forward to seeing what she could bring, and she seemed to have kind of a different attitude. But even before all this stuff came out, I seen things and tweets from her kind of, like slut shaming other girls and shaming girls or skinnier people for not working out and saying they're disgusting, and a lot of other kind of racial tweets in the past from her past account. And I've seen that in the past, but nobody really said anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I always, after seeing that and then seeing all of this now, like you said, she's trouble. Like I don't know, she just kind of seems like a bitch to me.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
after all of this stuff coming out, and she didn't make any comment about it afterwards, like after being released, nothing yet. So I don't really know what else to say from this girl, but there was a lot of stuff talking about her going into our river after all this thing, because at the end of the day, this is a racist issue, especially everything going on with Hulk Hogan. This girl, there was no way she was going to get out. So she was one of the most, I said it on Twitter, she was one of the most controversial divas we've ever had, and she didn't even make it onto TV. Like, it was just insane.
Yeah, she had too much against her before she even peaked. Like, I feel like WWE was just looking at her and they were just like, this girl hasn't even been on TV yet, and all this drama surrounding her. Cut her loose.
And they're just like, she's not worth it at this point.
You know what? You know why she's not worth it? Listen, guys. I don't know her from a hole in the wall. The only thing I know is that she has great taste in music. I will not take that away from her. Girl has epic taste in music. Because she likes the same things I do. But she has a great look. But when it comes to her look, WWE can get that anywhere. So I'm not too worried about the rocker chick never being in WWE, because I know it's going to come, because WWE can easily open up a tattoo magazine and pick out a girl and give them a contract and train them, because that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
So I'm not too worried about that, but I was just so happy that we were getting there, you know what I mean? And then she let me down. My girl let me down. And all the listeners, you guys know I stand for her, and I liked her, but I can't stand on her side with this shit. Like, I'm sorry. Like,
no, you can't defend the girl.
No, I can't.
After all this stuff.
She fucked up. You made your bed. Now you're gonna lay in it, and that's that. I wonder what's gonna happen with her and Seth Rollins, though.
That's what I was just gonna ask. Do you think he's gonna stay with her, or do you think he'll, because of his image, he's one of the top guys in the company right now. So, do you think he'll just kind of drop her?
You know, Seth is all about business.
Yeah.
I don't think WWE would make him choose, because that's his personal life. But you know, I think he's just having fun. Honestly.
I don't think they were a serious couple or anything.
I think this is just because, come on, he had a fiance. He was set to be engaged, get married with the girl. And then this girl came out, he was banging her. I guess it was a good bang. He wanted to keep banging her on the side, you know, while he's on the road or whatever, go down to Florida, bang her. So now that she's not going to be traveling, he's probably going to pick up some new chick. Honestly, that's what I think.
Probably. Do you think it's going to be a diva?
I don't know. I think he should stay away from the divas.
Oh, God. If I was a diva, I wouldn't stay away from him. I'm sorry.
I don't know, but clearly he has a type. So it's going to be tough to get in there with Seth Rollins, because his ex-girlfriend and this girlfriend look similar, except that one of the girls had tattoos all over. They both have the dark hair, very slim, blue eyes, you know, very, very biker chick. So who knows?
Oh, I don't know. Well, I for sure think this girl's not going to continue in wrestling of any sort. I feel like she'll probably just go back to modeling if they'll take her back.
That's the other thing I wanted to talk about. Where is she going to go? Because this has been publicized, like, to the max. It was all over TMZ. TMZ actually broke the story that WWE did fire her. So it's all out there, and if she's looking for a new job, all they got to do is Google her. Nudes will come out, racial slurs, all this nonsense, the Nazi thing. So she pretty much shot herself in the foot. That's why she should have fucking went back, deleted everything. Because if you're going to sneak right.
Oh God, I don't feel sorry for her, to be honest. At the end of the day, there's no excuse for the Swatchka stuff and the My Little Pony. It was just arrogant shit, and the racial stuff. Like, come on, girl, she's just stupid. At the end of the day, you're just a dumb girl, and we. You know what? I feel like Tyra Banks. Like, do you ever see that GIF? We were all rooting for you.
That's why, Nick. That's why I'm so disappointed. Like, you don't understand. When you guys came in the chat, you guys were like, "This bitch drew off with her head." I was just like, wait, you guys, listen. Don't kill her.
Pleading for forgiveness.
Yes. I was like, wait, let her be proven guilty first. You guys were like, no, we got... Gigi was like leading the march. She was like,
Gigi had those receipts.
Guys, let me tell the listeners, they came in that group text. All I was imagining was like a witch trial. They had pitchforks and torches. They were ready to burn this bitch. I was just like, for all the listeners who watch Game of Thrones, that's what I felt like. I was trying to protect this girl. I was just like, no. And I kind of did that Layla stance. You know when Layla went in front of AJ Lee?
Yeah.
That was me. I was just, and everybody in the chat was telling me that I'm delusional, I'm stupid, the receipts are in my face, but I just couldn't believe it. I was just like, no, this can't be true. This can't be true. And then once WWE said, get that bitch out of here, I was just like, hey, there has to be some truth to it. Because I'm sure WWE investigated. Or it probably came up to Vince McMahon and Vince was like, oh, the one with the nudes? Fire her. You know what I mean? So it could have been photoshopped and Vince was just like over it with her. But it's kind of crazy for somebody to be fired over rumors and Photoshop shit, so I'm sure WWE investigated. And
oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure. I don't think it was Photoshop or anything.
Me either.
No. So, good riddance. But what do you think, though, James? I know she was your girl, but a lot of people, and Gigi, like you said, want this bitch in the river, so...
You know, I've put some people in the rivers that you guys didn't want to go into the river. No, I think we all agree.
What are you talking about?
I brought up some people. You guys were like, no. But, you know, she got to go in the river. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're in the river, bitch.
It pains me to put her in the river. This is going to be the toughest one to edit into the river. I'm going to be shedding a tear, bitch.
Yeah, this one's going to be hard.
It's going to be hard for me because I never thought I would be putting her in the river. And last week I was talking about how she's going to be safe with all the roster cuts and shit. Boy, look at God. You see how the world works? It's crazy. But speaking of crazy, Nikki, other crazy shit has been going down in Florida.
Oh, God, yeah. That's not the only thing that's been going down in Florida. So apparently yesterday there was a shooting at the WWE Performance Center, and I got the tea for you guys. So apparently it was a deranged fan. He wasn't the one that actually had the gun. That's what I was confused about. I thought somebody was running in with a gun trying to shoot one of the wrestlers. So originally reports were coming out that it was this crazy fan obsessed with a certain diva and wanted to go and see the diva or whatever. So I read the reports, everything came out. A deranged fan who, and what I really want to make mention here is that he was known to have mental illness. So he was in some sort of institution beforehand, so he was battling with this, and he had a crazy obsession with Lita. So he thought Lita was going to be there at the Performance Center because of her filming with Tough Enough for the past several weeks. So he thought she was going to be there, so he showed up with a knife for some reason, and a huge, I love Lita sign. So he went up there, security seen him, and he went at security with a knife, and security shot him. So he went to the hospital. I'm pretty sure he's alive, but he's in custody now. So yeah, what do you think of this crazy story, James?
You know, this guy is just batshit crazy.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people were on Twitter posting his personal videos, like he was shooting on AJ Lee, talking about how he wants to bang AJ Lee and that he'll punch CM Punk in the face and bang AJ Lee for the rest of her life. Just a bunch of off-color comments, and he had a poster of his name, loves AJ Lee in the background. I'm talking batshit crazy, the loony bin. And for somebody like that walking around the campus where you work looking for you with a sign and a knife, that's scary.
That's terrifying.
So I could only, what if Lita was in there? What if he caught Lita at the stop sign on her way home. You know what I mean? And he just so happened to walk across her and just jump into her car. Like, you don't know. Like, you know, when somebody tells you they're crazy, believe it. Because this guy was just out of his fucking mind. And they put him down like a dog, as they should. Because if you're going to come up here with a fucking knife and a crazy-ass sign when they're not having a show, he's already been arrested on campus over there.
That was the other report I forgot to mention. Yeah. He was already previously arrested on this campus for being, like, acting very deranged and a little obsessive. And thankfully, Lita wasn't there that day. That's another thing I'd like to mention. Because that's terrifying, though. And I do agree with you. Like, it's, like, if she is by herself for any moment and just some random person is walking through campus there, like, they really need to kind of up their security if that's the case, if he can sneak in. Well, and if he's that deranged.
He didn't get to sneak in. Like, I think he got to the gate and, like, they were on it. So
okay.
The security was on point because some buildings you could just literally walk right the fuck in. But over there at the WWE Performance Center, they were on top of their shit. So they caught him, and they knew about this guy because I used to do security, and when somebody comes and does they act outlandish or they set a threat or something like that, your picture is everywhere. Everybody is on notice about you, so there's no sneaking in and out, and people are waiting for you to come in. Oh, trust me. Before we used to sit around waiting for people. I used to get so bored hoping the crazy bitch walked in. So you know what I mean? You're on edge. So I think they had a feeling that this guy is crazy. He's to that point that it got to the point where they had to shoot him. You know what I mean?
Right. It got to the point where he was becoming dangerous.
Yeah. And I read reports that he was warned to back up. He wouldn't back up. And then they just pulled the trigger and shot him. I wonder where they shot him. They might have shot him on the leg or something.
In the leg, the shoulder, something. Yeah. I don't know. But I think he's still alive. Like, there wasn't any reports of him dying or bleeding out or anything. But it's just crazy, though. Like, and this isn't the first report of a crazy fan going after a superstar. Like, this just happened at a live event, or I think the SmackDown taping, actually, with Dean Ambrose.
Yeah.
A fan jumped the railing and tried to run at Dean, and the security tackled them down. And I just seen a photo, and his back's turned to him, and this guy's just running, and security's, like, trying to block him off.
Allegedly, this man had a knife as well.
Oh, okay. Oh, my God. What is with you crazy fans and your fucking knives?
You guys need to sit in them seats. Like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, settle your tea kettles, people.
For real. Like, I just can't. Like, I'm not here for Dean Ambrose, but I'm not about to fucking do a run-in with a knife and get to him. Like, who does that? Let the guy come out, perform, do his fucking job, and go home. Like, why? What possesses? You just got to be crazy. Like, I cannot explain to you what made these two fucking loony bins do shit like that. Like, they're two idiot sticks. Like, I don't know how else to describe them. It's just ridiculous. They should be locked up for this shit. Just throw away in jail. And throw away the key, or not even in jail. Like, get them some help, like some psychiatric help. Don't just throw them in jail and let them rot away. Let's get them some professional help and figure out what is the problem.
Yeah, really, though. Because, at the end of the day, a lot of people like to just blame people and call them fucked up or crazy. But at the end of the day, if this guy did really have a mental disability of some sort or any mental issues and needed help, wasn't on his medication, what's to say this guy isn't schizophrenic, you know what I mean, bipolar, anything of that sort. So it's like I'm one of the type of people that don't like to kind of judge people on that. And so I just kind of wish this guy to just get the help that he really needs after all of this stuff, because he really seemed mentally ill. So but yeah, and I'm just like, thank God Lita wasn't fucking hurt, because that's terrifying.
Go and buy them videos of his. Did you get to catch any of his videos?
I didn't watch any of them.
Oh my God, it's so disturbing. I only watched like maybe a good 30 seconds into it, Nick, and it was just too much. It was just like, you can see in his eyes he's crazy and he's not.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've seen a photo of him, and he looks terrifying.
Like, don't get me wrong. Like, people are obsessive with wrestlers. People love wrestlers. Like, I love Brad Maddox. I have a folder of just Brad Maddox photos. But you won't catch me going outside. Well, no.
Then again,
no, but you won't catch me doing any crazy shit. Like, that is just too much. That is too much. You see them out, You ask them for an autograph and a picture. That's it. Keep it
The
the
most
fuck
James would do
moving.
would try to cop a feel.
Oh, I wouldn't even. I don't think I can do that.
I think if you had the opportunity, your
If he
body
was
would
like in
just...
the crowd walking by, like, and it was like hectic, yeah, I'll smack his ass while he's walking away.
Oh, like a Roman kind of entrance?
Yeah, I would be all out. But like if I'm meeting him, like a one-on-one, hey, can I take a picture? No, that's just so disrespectful.
Oh my
Like,
God,
you
no.
don't do that to a human being. But like if he's like in action and he's like in the zone and chaos, hell yeah, I'll slap his ass. Who cares? But other than that, no, it's a time and a place for shit like that. What is Tom? You guys, Tom has been doing shows. I don't know what's going on with Tom. He just threw me off real quick. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh my God.
What is this?
Is this... Did Zara tweet Tom? I have no idea.
Oh my God. I see you talking shit about me, bitch. Don't come for me, you know. Yes, you and all the other haters are jealous that I'm living my life when my man said you're living a boring, lonely life. This is so fake.
This looks really fake. Oh my God, look at the end of it. Suck my dick, bitch, because no matter what, I'll always be better than you and all of the other haters. I'll think of you while I'm riding Seth's dick tonight. Like, come on now.
Really, Tom? That's what I'm going to put.
I'm going to use that Tyler Breeze gift.
You know what, the listeners, I'm going to post this up on the show because I want you guys to see this nonsense that Tom says.
What a mess.
I'm so sorry, you guys. That really threw me off.
It did.
It really did. I like it.
So I guess we should explain it to the listeners. Tom sent us a tweet in our group chat of apparently Zara. I don't know who the hell she's messaging, sending this huge long-ass tweet chirping somebody out, calling them a hater and all this stuff, riding Seth's dick, and you're going to be a lonely bitch kind of thing. So it looks completely fake, so let's not take that.
Well, you know, they've seen it. I posted it. It's there.
Oh, okay.
We'll let the listeners, you guys decide what you think, because this, if you ask me, it's a bunch of bullshit. And, you know, for me, as you can tell, it takes a lot for me to believe what's going on in the rest of the world, because I couldn't believe that Zara shit for nothing. So it's going to... He's like, no, it's not. The person on Twitter has...
Somebody on Twitter sent it.
Somebody from Twitter is a lie. You know what? We'll talk to Tom later. I just can't.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on to our next topic, because speaking of jail time, there's been a couple arrests this week. So
some unfortunate shit's been going on with Tamina's daddy.
Yeah.
All right. So WWE Hall of Famer Jimmy Superfly Snuka was arrested earlier this afternoon at 1:50 p.m. on Tuesday. Apparently, he's being charged for murder. Can you believe this?
That's crazy.
Yeah, and on a side note, he's battling stomach cancer as well.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so he was in jail, but he posted a $10,000 bail, but he was sent to a county jail under a $100,000 bail. But if you put that 10%, you can get out of jail. So, but he's being charged with murder. But they kind of gave him like the kind of like hand because he has stomach cancer and all these medical conditions. So I think they're gonna release him. I don't know if he's been released yet. But apparently, back in May 10th, 1983, Snuka wrestled a WWE event in Philadelphia or Pennsylvania. I think it was Pennsylvania. Yeah. When he got back to his hotel, he found his girlfriend Nancy gasping for air and oozing yellow fluids out her nose and mouth. She then died a day later in the hospital. And she also had a number of cuts and bruises, which suggested domestic abuse. And then they had they had an autopsy that stated that injuries would consist with being hit with something. They don't know what it is, but she got hit with something over the head and all over her bodies. They suggested that this case should be reopened and be considered a homicide, but no charges were filed until today. I don't understand how they went from 1983 until 2016 without charging anybody, but investigating this as a homicide back then.
You know what, though? This happens all the time with investigations. It takes years for somebody to prove that somebody's been murdered, especially in a case like that, you know?
But Nikki, she's dead, right?
Yeah.
She has lacerations all over her body. She has bruises. And 95% of the time, it is the boyfriend. And she was found in his hotel room. But he was at a WWE event. I guess he had a liability, like
I think
an
that
alibi.
was
I'm sorry.
How the story he said, because and this is the first I'm hearing of it. So
Yeah.
the story of him coming back and she's gasping for air, choking on this stuff. That's probably an alibi. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't really know the whole situation, but like, I just feel really bad for Tamina at this point. Like, this is like a lot to be taking in right now. Ooh, Lordy, so messy though.
This is a lot. Like, I don't even know where to begin with this. Like, I could. Like,
yeah, I don't know either. I'm like lost for words.
I know. Like, I wish I could delegate a little more, but this is just breaking news today. So we don't have that much information on it. That's why it's usually nice to wait a day or two before we report on something. But this just happened today. Like, literally, we found out about this maybe like an hour before we started recording. Maybe an hour or two. And nothing's come
probably.
out yet. This is just bizarre. It's crazy. And I just don't understand how a man's girlfriend can be dead at his hotel room and he can be free for all these years. You know, that's older than me. That's almost 30 years ago. I don't know. This is just too much. This is too much for me. I don't know how this is going to...
is too heavy of a topic.
I know. Like, I don't know how this is going to affect Tamina. Like,
do you think it will? I don't know if it will. Like, I mean, this is completely out of her control. This happened when she wasn't... Well, she's probably just a kid, so...
Do we know... well, Tamina was probably... If it was almost 30 years ago, she was probably like 7, 8 years old.
Yeah.
Do we know her relationship with her father? I never hear her post any pictures, see any pictures with her and her dad. I never hear her tweet about her dad. Nothing.
I don't see anything.
And I wonder how WWE is going to go about this. Are they going to drop him? Are they not going to use his likeliness anymore for the product? Are they going to still build Tamina as a Snuka? There's so many questions to be answered.
I guess it'll just be a waiting game and just kind of see what's going to happen.
You know what, guys? I think we're going to have to come back to this topic for you guys because there's not a lot of information out for it, but we just wanted to put it out there.
Yeah, but speaking of another arrest,
Jesus! What are we covering cops? Like, I don't understand the first 48.
I feel like we're on like TMZ or something.
What is this? The first 48? I don't understand. Oh my god.
Bram, a TNA, former TNA employee who I think he was previously married to. I thought he was still married to Charlotte. He was arrested yesterday in Florida for apparently battery by strangulation. So he apparently tried to strangle some man half to death. And he's been known for drinking a lot and kind of being publicly intoxicated and shit like that. So this is just, my assumption is that he drank too much, got cocky, and somebody got in his face and he started choking him out and he got caught for it.
So it was a guy? I heard it was a woman.
Oh, did you?
I heard her name was Ashley. Like, it was his... There was a woman there. I thought it was a domestic dispute. It was at home.
Oh, I heard it was, like, down in Florida.
You know what? Let's find out. Because I really want to talk about this. Because him and Charlotte's whole situation has been a bit iffy. Because there's a lot of reports saying that they've been divorced. And there are reports saying that they're just separated but still married. So I don't know what's really going on with my girl. And Bram is
people are saying that they're in the middle of their divorce right now as well, which I could see because divorces could take a really long time, like, to process, especially if there's a lot of issues going on between people and their objects and valuables and shit like that. So,
well, here's the reports. Okay. It was a woman. It was a woman.
Oh my God.
And apparently he followed her into the bathroom, closed the door, and refused to let her leave. He then pushed the woman onto the bed and was holding her down by her neck. Charlotte came out
Jesus.
to deny that it was her. It wasn't Charlotte. Clearly, because Charlotte's on the road. So this is probably his new girlfriend. And I believe her name is Ashley. I saw it in another report that her name was Ashley. So maybe that's where the confusion came with people thinking it was Charlotte. But it's not Charlotte. Thank God, because Charlotte would have fucked them up.
Yeah, really, though.
This is just crazy. And he's been out on bond. He paid his bond. So he's out, and TNA released him. They kicked his ass out. And for all this time, I thought him and Charlotte were still married.
I did too, until yesterday.
This is crazy.
It is crazy. And you know what? Like, fuck him. Like, woman beater. Like, at the end of the day, that's just, like, terrifying. Like, oh, there's just so much, like, wrong in the world right now.
That's crazy. I want to know who called the cops.
Yeah, really, though.
Oh, it was in the apartment building, so they overheard the argument. So somebody called, and the woman felt threatened. So somebody must have called the police.
Okay, probably just like a noise complaint originally.
Yes, her name is Ashley Allen.
Oh, okay.
That's her name. She deleted her Twitter account after the whole situation happened, so all you nosy listeners looking her up right now. Just gotta let you guys know, because I know, let me tell you guys, if you're gonna sneak right. And this girl, she got a right track on her mind. She's like, ain't nobody gonna about to find me. So she went and deleted her. What Zara should have fucking did. If you get into some mess, delete all social media, because social media will get you caught. It's not the 90s anymore.
Yeah, really, though. Social media will bite you in the ass. Like,
oh my God.
Like, really, though, you should have the common sense when you're posting something on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram of any sort that you know it's going to be out there. Like, even as a kid, I knew as soon as I got with Facebook, it was like, okay, make sure, just so you know, it's going to be on the internet forever, blah, 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 blah. So, wait a minute,
Nikki, because you're a little younger than me. Facebook was your first social media account?
I think I had MSN at that point.
So. MSN? They had a social media thing?
Well, MSN was essentially my social media thing.
Oh, it was like Messenger or something.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm talking about like a social site, like where you...
Oh, yeah, no, Facebook was my first.
Oh, girl, I had Mi Gente, I had MySpace.
Yeah, I was around when MySpace was there, but I didn't...
You were too baby to use it.
Yeah. I didn't know how to use it. I was too complicated.
My MySpace used to be off the hook, bitch. I used to have all my... Because I used to do the graphic design even then, back then. I used to have all my layouts done. It used to be laid for days.
Oh, damn.
Mm-hmm.
Is it still active?
No, I haven't used my MySpace in forever. My MySpace actually outed me to my family. Girl.
Oh, girl.
It was a mess. I'll tell the listeners, this is a funny story. I was using my sister's computer, and I was being a little thotty-hotty, talking to some dude, and then, I left my, actually, this is the guy I lost my virginity to, too, at prom. I left I left it all logged on my sister's computer, so she went through it, and she was just like, oh, Jimmy's gay. So she told my brothers, and then my little brother got mad at me one day, and he was like, oh, that's why we all know you're gay. We saw your MySpace. And I was like, you know, I was like, oh my God, I was like, you asshole. And then, my sister told my mom, and my mom was crying. She's like, leave him alone, leave him alone. You guys always picking on him. It was just a mess.
Oh my God, what a mess.
What a mess. But, I'm kind of glad it happened that way. You know what I mean? Because I didn't have to say shit.
That's true. Mine wasn't anything like that. Good Lord. It was like a sit-down interrogation.
Oh, God. But when I did the come out, I had to sit down. I sat down. When I, wanted it to come out of my mouth, then I did that. But that came out when I was, in the 9th grade. No, I wasn't in the 9th grade. I think it was, junior year. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, and then when I came out, I was 21. So I sat down and I told everybody. But whatever.
Oh, wow. So it took you a while to fully kind of...
They already knew. You know what I mean? They already knew, but it was just not something that we talked about.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. The listeners are probably get back to the wrestling, bitch.
Wrestling, bitch. We don't care about your coming out stories.
Yeah, you guys don't care about my coming out stories. But let me tell you about Hulk Hogan's story earlier this week. Hulk Hogan was on let's get into it. Hulk Hogan was on Good Morning America just digging that fucking hole he's in. He just keeps digging and digging and digging. So the reporter asked him, he was over there crying, he was so apologetic again. Oh, sorry, I'm not a racist, I'm not a racist. But he still doesn't see what he did was wrong. I'm sorry. He comes up, they asked him a question about the N-word. And he's talking about how he grew up in the Southeast during the 50s and the 60s, which led to his casual use of the N-word. So he goes on to say that he grew up in a rough neighborhood. There was a lot of low incoming families, and he would always hear the N-word. He would always hear the N-word, and he used to be greeted by the N-word, and he used to say it back to his neighbors, his childhood friends. He would call them the N-words. Well, apparently, this interview clearly has blown up. It was on Good Morning America, and his former childhood friends are all over it with him. They feel very offended that he's going around saying that it was okay for him to call them N-words because they never heard him say it to them. So now they're wondering, he must have been saying it behind their back, stinking.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean? So he must have said it so many times back in the day in the privacy of his own home and his family and his white friends, going around calling the other African American or the Hispanic people the N-word. So they're all upset with him. And I'm just like, that's why when Gigi brought up the whole article with Hulk Hogan, what else he's saying out there, I was just like, I really don't care because he's just digging a hole deeper than it should be. Like, guy, you should be laying fucking low right now. Did you see that the lady that used to cook? What's her name? I forget her name. Oh my God.
The person who used to cook, what?
You know what I'm talking about. The white lady with the white hair. She was a big home ec type of bitch.
Oh, fuck, what's her name? I know who you're talking about. She had the stick of butter. Like,
yes.
People make fun of her with that, yeah.
Well, you guys know who we're talking about. Her ass, she is still on the low.
Her racist ass.
Yeah, like, she apologized for what she said, and she went on the low. We haven't even heard from this bitch. You haven't heard peep. Soon again, she'll come around, she'll start making her little coins, and then she'll build up her reputation again. Hulk, that's what you need to fucking do. Just disappear for a bit. And
lay low in the shadows.
For real. But how do you feel about this, Nick?
It's just a mess. I love how all of his neighborhood friends, how he said he was so openly using this word with, or calling him out. They're like, what the fuck? That's not what we were doing at all. Like, so like you said, I think he's just digging himself a bigger grave, and he's like crying and wanting forgiveness from WWE and like trying to reach out to Vince and Hunter and stuff like that. And it's like, take your fucking time, put the tail between your legs, and fucking go into hiding for a little bit, because like maybe at the end of this can all die down, but as of now, it's not going to. Like, remember the Chris Brown incident with Rihanna? Yeah. Like, after that whole incident, you didn't see or hear from him for probably over a year and a half, you know? Mm-hmm. And then he slowly started getting himself bigger opportunities and kind of built himself back up, and so people still remember that, but now he has better things to remember himself by, if that makes sense. I still don't condone any of that bullshit, but right. Regardless, like, just that comparison, he needs to kind of lay low and like stop rushing everything, and like, because he knows he fucked up and now he's trying to do damage control, but he's just sounding whiny about it. Because
the thing is, he's trying to make it seem like it's okay. Because him and his neighbors used to say that, but there was one of his childhood neighbors, who's actually a white family, said there was a time in the area when we were poor, but we did not say anything like that. And the neighbor also made note that his daughter and son are not like that, and they would never use that word. So he doesn't know why Hulk Hogan is saying that they use that word in the neighborhood, that they didn't use it. So why is he making it like it's okay? It's not okay, you old bastard. Shut your mouth.
Oh, I hate that too, because I really don't like that about the older generation, because they're like, well, back in my day, it was acceptable, so it's just bred into me. I can't help it. Like, bitch, come on. Like, you can't help it. Like, regardless, at the end of the day, we're in the modern day. Society has taken an overturn, and all this racist, homophobic, all this transphobic bullshit that's been going on, it's enough is enough, and you can't do it anymore. Mm-hmm. Like, it's just a mess. Like, you need to grow with the times. If not, stay in the past where you belong. Like, goodbye.
It just bothers me that he says that's just how it was back then. And like me, I grew up in the hood. I'm black, and I don't even use that word. I never say that
No.
word. Never. Like, I'll hear it all the time. Oh, trust me, I hear it all the time. I hear my cousins say it, my brothers, my friends say it, you know what I mean? But I personally don't say it because I feel like there was a lot of people that fought so hard for us not to be called that word. So why am I going to sit over here and call somebody that when I could just call you a bitch? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I just be
exactly.
like, oh, hey, bitch, or dude, or like, man. Like,
There's so many other words that you can replace that with. Like,
yeah, like, I don't have nothing to go, like, if you're, like, black and you say it, like, I'm not gonna, like, whatever, but you're just not gonna catch me saying it. I'm sorry. And I'm not here for it. So when Hulk tries to make it seem like it's okay to say it because he's heard other people say it, that's total bullshit. It's because I hear people say it and I will not say it. So I don't want to say, yeah, I'll probably say it singing a song, you know what I mean? But like,
yeah.
I'm not gonna go around calling, hey my N word. Like, no, like Hulk, save that bullshit for the birds, bitch. Not like for real.
Keep floating down the river. We
But
don't have
speaking
time for
of
you anymore.
bullshit, Nick, you have some news about a new signing with WWE.
Oh, you're so shady. You think it's bullshit, but I don't know. I think it may be potentially good
Go
news.
ahead.
So, for any fans of Tough Enough contestant Amanda, there may be good news because apparently it's been 100% confirmed that this girl has signed her contract. She was backstage at Raw last night in Orlando taking selfies with the Total Divas. There's also been reports of her and Eva being filmed, walking around, kind of going to these events and places like that. So there's also been rumors that she signed a Total Divas contract. So pretty safe to say that this girl did get a contract, and I'm kind of happy about it. But James, you're not too happy, so explain to the listeners and myself why.
I feel like she should have been eliminated a long time ago. She got lucky on Tough Enough. I feel like this is kind of like the Cameron treatment, almost. Because, Cameron got eliminated first, and they still hired her, and she didn't really show much. And a lot of people are like, well, Amanda was good in Tough Enough. No, she was just good against Zara Lee. We would have took anybody over Zara Lee. Let's be honest.
Yeah, that's true.
She should have never been there. So, like, for me, I never really liked her. I feel like Gigi and Chelsea, they're more suitable for this role. Like, even sometimes when it comes to Daria, like, I like Daria, but I'm just like, I'm kind of over it now. But I see that she's training and she's trying to get into this, so I give her kudos to that. But I just feel, honestly, if they don't hire any of the Tough Enough girls, I'm fine with that. I'm totally fine with it.
You're just over the Tough Enough, in general.
I'm just so over it. And, like, the thing is, like, we have so many freaking talented women down at NXT. All these new potential signees that there's been talk about. Athena and Kana. And then you have girls like Alexa Bliss, Carmella. And, you have all these coming up girls. You have Nia Jax coming up. And then you're going to throw me in Amanda? No. Sarah? No. Like, I'm not here for these girls. Amanda didn't show me anything on Tough Enough, but the only thing she showed me is that she's a fucking bitch. That's the only thing I got from her, is that she's a bitch and she likes to argue. But when I watch Gigi and I watch Chelsea, they showed me that they're athletic, they showed me that they're teachable, and they showed me that they actually want to do something in this business. And I don't get any of that from Amanda. The only thing I got from Amanda is that she's okay. I don't even think she's that pretty, to be honest with you. I don't think she's that cute. She has very big teeth. She kind of looks like that fish from Fish Tales.
Oh, James.
Yeah, she has a fish face. I'm sorry. And she's very bitchy. She's cocky. She needs to be humbled. So hopefully, now that she's on Total Divas, let's get that Eva Marie hate and let's give it to her. And I don't know why Eva Marie's walking around with her. This girl's so desperate for friends right now. Or you're going to really go hang out with Amanda. But, like, I get where Eva's coming from because she got so much hate coming into this business. But I really don't care for Amanda. I don't.
Well, I can see your points. Like, I understand. Like, I've said it myself. She isn't my first choice, but she sure isn't my last choice out of the Tough Enough girls to be signed. Like, from the very beginning, I looked at her and I was like, she's cute. Like, I could see her being a diva. She has a typical diva look to her. Like, she has a fitness background. Like, she comes from a very disciplined, very similar background to your girl, James Dana Brooke. So it's like, I feel like she could be like very teachable and kind of grow in this business if she has that determination and drive. So it will be a matter of time if we do see that or not, or if she's just using this as a stepping stone. But she left at I listened to an interview with Chris Jericho when he was interviewing these girls. It was her and Sarah Lee, and Sarah Lee gave me nothing. But Amanda was talking about how before she was signed, they reached out to her. She didn't send them a tape. They reached out to her through her agent to set up an interview for this show. And she was planning, she was already preparing for another fitness competition that she placed first in the year before. So she left that to try this out. So it's like, you know what? I see this girl is trying, so I'm happy for her. Like, at the end of the day, I'd rather have Gigi in this position. But hey, like, I'm not going to hate on the girl until she does something or proves me wrong otherwise.
She's just crappy. I
think she's cute too. Like I don't really see the fish comparison other than her big lips. But if we're talking big lips here, we've got Rosa, Jillian, we've got the whole bunch there. So
she's not cute. I'm sorry. She has a big head. I don't think she's pretty. I'm sorry. She's a whore. She looks like a whore too. Like not that she's a whore. She looks like a whore. I don't want to call her a whore. Like, when she came out with that outfit, I feel like she relies too much on her looks. And she's always talking about how pretty she is. And I'm just like, you're not that cute. Your hair's dusty. Your hair's uneven. You look dusty. I love that meme. But, like, I'm not here for her. That's just it. Maybe it's just me. Whatever. You guys can love her. You guys deal with her. I don't care.
Well, I don't love the girl. I think there's potential in her. So we'll see, though. And I could be proved wrong, and you could be right, and this girl could be out in a couple months. Who knows?
Nick, my thing is, what's the purpose for Amanda? Why we don't need her? The division does not need her. Like, Gigi. We could have a girl like Gigi. Exotic. She has the Naomi body on an Australian chick. She's athletic. She has a cute accent. We could use somebody like her. Freaking Amanda's just a prototype. Like, why? We don't need her. She looks just like Gianna. Gianna's a prettier version. The girl down at NXT looks just like the girl. I mean, like, if she wants to separate herself from that, she's gonna have to dye her hair a different freaking color, change that nasty attitude, and put in hard work, and then maybe I can give a fuck about you. But right now,
James, think about this attitude issue that she had on the show. Like you said, she acted like a bitch or whatever like that. But if she is in the finals competing with Sarah Lee, like, wouldn't you act like a bitch too? I would.
Well,
I would be doing all of those things that she was doing, trying to get in her head, bringing out the ring rat shit, so.
I mean, Nick, it wasn't only then. Like, she's done it throughout the 10 episodes since the beginning. She was fighting with everybody. That's all she did.
Yeah, but
she never won a challenge.
We talked about that, though, right? Like, when we were saying this could have been production, being like, all right, guys, fucking start some more fights. Like,
yeah,
like when she ran in on Sarah and Chelsea, like, that was bullshit. Complete bullshit. But, like, I don't know. I can't hate on this girl as much as you are right now, just because
let me tell you,
we haven't, from what we've seen from Tough Enough, like, because Tough Enough was shit. Like, I'm sorry, but at the end of it,
like you said, we haven't seen much from her. Then what's the point of her being signed?
Because obviously maybe Vince or Triple H sees something in this girl.
Like I don't understand.
She's got good work ethic. She comes from a fitness background. I don't know.
She's gonna get so much heat.
Personally, if I was signing, I wouldn't have signed her. Like, that comes down to it. I agree, like, in the place of the Divas division, NXT women's division right now as well, there just doesn't seem like a place for it. There's so many girls right now.
And then to put on Total Divas, and when you're on Total Divas, they're going to try to fit you on TV and put you at TV time. She's going to get so much fucking booze. People are not going to take her seriously. Like, nobody's here. Look at Eva Marie. Boy, does she go through it. The fans hate her. And, like, the only thing she has going for her is the Total Diva fans that, like, sticks by her. I mean, thank God there's a lot of them that like her because she's beautiful. She has that to rely on. But Eva Marie has been putting in the hard work, and she has been improving. Amanda's just going to have to go the same route with Eva Marie and prove me wrong. It's just that the only thing is that she showed me that she's a fucking bitch off the gate, and it turned me off. And I think it's going to turn off a lot of fans having a snotty-nosed reality star come in and be handed a spot on Total Divas. Now I can see Nikki Bella and Foxy and all of them going at somebody about something like that. Not the whole Eva Marie situation. Because Eva came into a whole different way than this bitch. This bitch came in from the reality show, jumps to another reality show. Like, and then she's just a fucking bitch on top of that. I'm good. I'm good with her.
Well, we'll see if she's on Total Divas next season. Who knows? Maybe this girl isn't even signed. Like, maybe she's just doing modeling work. I don't know.
I hope it's bullshit.
But let's move on to our next topic after that dragging. I wish the girl well. We'll see what happens with her.
Bye,
but
Felicia.
our next segment kind of topic that we have, Sister Abigail, James. What has been going on with some news and rumors about her?
Well, apparently WWE's been planning on bringing in Sister Abigail. The only thing is that they haven't found somebody to fit the role. Like, you guys already had the girl, but you guys fired her, Audrey Marie. And then you guys had the opportunity to do it with Emma, but you guys didn't go with it. Because I gave you guys a fancy booking.
James even wrote you the storyline.
I gave you guys the script. But you didn't take it. But anyways, there's been talk about bringing Sister Abigail around. And also, I believe it was this past Monday, Bo Dallas and Bray Wyatt's actual sister. She actually had a trial with WWE a couple of weeks ago. It didn't look like it went too well, but she was backstage with WWE this week. But being so that WWE was in Tampa, Florida, and I believe she lives in Florida, so it could have been just her going down there to support her brothers. So I don't know what's been going on. There's been talk about Sister Abigail coming through, and there's been a lot of talk about her lately. Now that they have the new man, Bronzeman. Is it
Braun Strowman, I think his name is.
Braun Strowman, yeah. They keep calling him Sister Abigail's pet. So, I don't know if he's going to be that anchor to bring her in. So, I don't know. You know, Sister Abigail needs to come in. She definitely needs. She's just a character that's been talked about so much that hasn't been put a face to. So, I'd like to see what they're going to do with this whole Sister Abigail storyline. What do you think, Nick?
I'm excited for it, and to be honest, I would actually sign Mika to be Sister Abigail just because of the whole family dynamic itself. And like we've said on the show, add Bo Dallas into this Wyatt family and make him the creepy fucking grinning brother. You know, they all look alike, so why not just put them in a stable together and make it more of a cult feel like it was in the beginning? Because I love the Wyatt family. I think they've got one of the best gimmicks. I think Bray Wyatt is one of the most creative superstars in the modern day era. Like, they just need to give them the opportunity and the ball to roll with. Like, kind of gives me vibes of CM Punk with like Straight Edge Society type of members and kind of that stable. I love that, and I love having stables in WWE. So having their sister come in and actually portraying Sister Abigail, like, she isn't the prettiest diva, but like we said on the show before, we don't need to have pretty divas, like, especially for a role as Sister Abigail. Make her look grungy, make her look creepy. Like, her and Bo Dallas look exactly the same, so I feel like it would be perfect to have her in a creepy dress, grungy, ratchet-looking hair like Paige, and just kind of like coming down real solemn, like maybe learn some lines. I don't know, but I'm looking forward to seeing if Sister Abigail will eventually come on WWE TV. So we'll have to see.
You know, like, the thing is, like, I forgot what I was gonna say. Damn it. Just slipped my head. But it'll come back to me. What I was gonna say, but regardless, they would be the first, like, brother-sister stable, you know, the whole thing. If they really brought her in and they added Bo Dallas into it, it'll be the first time you have two brothers and a sister in a stable.
Yeah, how cool would that be?
That'd be like history. So it would be something really cool, very different. And like you were saying, Nikki, she does not need to be cute. We don't need a model pretending to be ugly. Like, not that she's an ugly girl. She's a cute chick. She just doesn't have that diva look. And that's okay with me. Not every diva has to be a 10 for me. I like the diversity. I want someone different. I want somebody grungy. Because this Sister Abigail role, I see that they're really taking care of this role. And I really feel like maybe they can find an actress to fill in this role. Maybe like a stunt double or something. Somebody that can fit in this role. Almost like, you know how Lana did with the whole Rusev thing. And came in and really made this character into her own. And kind of churned this into something like that. So I feel like WWE's just waiting to find the right girl to do it. So
I can see that too. I can see if they don't sign this Mika girl, then they will probably pick out some sort of actress. Because, I mean, to fill a role like Sister Abigail, Bray Wyatt has a lot of promos that he does and a lot of wording, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, very kind of poetic speeches in a sense. So it's like if Sister Abigail was to come true, I'd like to kind of see her do that too. So if we get an actress in there, like that's left field, it's like actress coming into WWE world. But I mean, sometimes they could be super successful. Look at Lana,
Yeah,
right?
they got lucky with Lana. That's the thing. When they
Yeah.
got Lana, they got so lucky because they saw that this girl's very athletic and she has the acting background to back it up. And they knew they were going to have her in a big speaking role when they finally booked her with Rusev. So this girl is just gonna have to be the shit, and I really think they're gonna start looking into almost how they found Lana. They're gonna go about it that way. Maybe they should hit up Lana and tell her, "Do you have any friends?" You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, really though.
for real, let's find somebody. Because honestly, Nikki, I don't think she. I know she had that trial. I don't think it went well. Because we would have heard something by now.
Yeah, we would have heard at least a decent report to come out about it.
Yeah, so I don't think she got it. She might have blew it. It's not for everybody. So
No. I mean, that's nerve wracking. It takes a couple tries for some wrestlers. So.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I don't really want to see her give up because she's always hanging around
Right.
WWE, and I'd like to see her in that stable. I just think would be really cool.
Yeah, I agree.
So yeah, let's move on to our next segment, though. We have crowned a new number one contender for the Divas Championship this past Monday night on Raw. We had the first ever Divas Beat the Clock challenge. So, so we had 3 Diva matches, very, very short. It was like I was transported back into 2011. But what did you think of this, James? Because your boo is now the new number one contender.
Okay. When the Becky Lynch match, loved that match. Her and Foxy. I thought it was good. Really set the hype for this Beat the Clock challenge. I thought it was cool. I'm glad that Becky got that win. And then Charlotte came out. She had her match with Brie Bella. I didn't like the booking of this match. I really didn't. I feel like they kind of stomped all over Becky. The way that Charlotte picked up the win so quickly. I feel like they should have made it close just to elevate Becky as well instead of just put like, oh, Charlotte, here's our girl. Because I really feel like fans will reject Charlotte if she keeps getting shoved down people's throats and picking up all these wins. But I liked how Brie was running around the ring, trying to stall, very heelish, but she could have did it better. I just didn't like how quick Charlotte put her away because it made Brie look very, very, very weak. And she had a big storyline with Stephanie McMahon at SummerSlam. She's a former Divas champion, and it's just like you guys think we forget easily, and it's just ass backwards. So I just didn't understand that whole booking with the Brie thing.
Yeah, I agree with you, though, especially on that match there. They should have had her at least 10 to 20 seconds off of Becky's time. Because I did like you said, the heel tactic of Brie, like, trying to get out of the way and, like, stall for time and stuff. But it just made, like, I get what WWE is trying to do by making Charlotte stand out so much more and be like, wow, this girl's a beast. She put her away under a minute. But it just, like you said, made Becky look rather weak. And made Brie look super fucking weak. So
that's weird.
I don't really know. And then we moved on to Paige having her final match against Sasha Banks. So she was apparently supposed to beat Sasha Banks under a minute 20. So fans were I was nervous. I'm like, God, I don't want Sasha to lose in a minute. Like, come on now. So anyway, I like the ending of that with Team Bad dragging Sasha out before Paige could get the pin. So yeah, what do you think of this though? Because a lot of fans are saying that this could be a potential heel turn tease for Paige being devastated and Charlotte taking her spot and not winning and Charlotte beating her, and they've been kind of throwing in some tension with Team PCB lately. So what do you think?
I think, see, this is where you draw the line when it comes to NXT and WWE. Like, when NXT, I feel like the booking would have not gone down like that. I feel like Vince really thinks his fans are stupid. Like, the audience is really dumb. And like, no, they gotta know she's strong. Vince, we know she's strong. We watched NXT. We know what Charlotte's capable. This is coming from a Charlotte fan. You know what I mean? Like, they should have made her work a little harder for that. It's kind of looking like they're just placing her in this position. I do not want that for Charlotte. And I don't think Charlotte would want it that way either. So, with the whole Sasha Banks and Paige booking, I like that one. That one was good. But with the Paige needs to go heel, and Nikki's gonna retain. She has to retain because they put in too much work to have her erase AJ Lee's name. So I think they're gonna maybe have her go a little bit over 300 days, and I think Paige is gonna cost Charlotte that match. I definitely think that heel turn is coming. With all the tension going on with them, it has to. And Paige has been looking very aggravated with the group. There's been a lot of tension. The Bella Twins are putting bugs in their ear. So when Paige finally strikes and snaps on Charlotte, then you could hear the Bella Twins come back and be like, I told you so. So that'll give them even more heel points. So
Right, yeah,
that's
I
where they
agree
should
with
go.
you. Like, I love Paige as a heel, the anti-diva gimmick. She's just kind of more of a natural heel, like
She
the
is.
face Paige of her skipping down, sticking her tongue out. Like, I find her rather annoying the past couple months, to be honest. And it's sad because when Paige first got signed by WWE, I'm like, this girl is it. She has the it factor. She's going to change the business type of thing. So I feel like the
But she did.
best way. What?
She
Sorry?
definitely changed the business.
She did, but I don't know. I'm still
Nikki,
expecting more.
she
Expecting
set the
more from
tone.
her.
She set the tone.
She did.
Her and
She really
Emma.
did.
Her and Emma. They all talk about it. So I always thought the Divas division picked up, like, went up a notch when Paige got brought up to the main roster.
Yeah, I could see that because during AJ Lee's reign, like there was barely any time, any type of direction with character for contenders of any sort. But I mean, it's kind of the same thing with Nikki Bella's reign, unfortunately. Like, I mean, we've had a lot of opportunity to see the NXT women up on the main roster wrestling and competing in matches, but we haven't seen too much character. Like, where is a boss segment? Where is Sasha Banks on that mic? Like, we need to have Team Bad in the ring calling out these girls because, well, you know what? We need to have Sasha Banks next week on the mic calling out WWE, calling out Stephanie for reasonings, because why the hell does Charlotte deserve to be number one contender when she made the champion tap out 2 weeks ago? You know what I mean? Like, they need to build more direction and more character with these girls, because we know they have it. We've seen it. So we just need to have it translated over. But I'm not mad that Charlotte became number one contender, and I'm actually looking forward to her versus Nikki at Night of Champions. But I agree with you. I don't think she's going to win. So I hope that it will be because Paige cost her. But you know what WWE is like? They never have those turns at the pay-per-view themselves. It's always the Raw after, or some, like, they just don't capitalize on the right time.
What if they throw us like a curveball and have Becky go here?
I would like that. I think that would be cool.
That would be cool. I wouldn't mind that at all. At all. I would love that, because then we get to see our NXT boos go at it.
Why don't we have both Paige and Becky be over Charlotte because she won and they both turn on her?
That would be good. Because Paige and Becky do look good together.
They do. They've got that grunge. They could be that grungy type of
I would get my
girls.
life. Yo, Becky would easily become one of my favorite divas if she does that heel turn and keeps that gimmick. Oh,
keep the hair too. Yeah. I love her hair.
Easily. But I wanted to ask you, all right, when it comes to NXT, when we know that the Women's Championship is on the line, we know we're in for a good match, maybe 20 minutes. How do you think WWE is going to book this? This is the first Divas title defense since the Divas Revolution. Do you think it's going to be to that capacity, like how it's been on NXT? I feel like they have to go that way. They have to.
I don't think they'll live up to, like Bayley, Sasha. Like, I don't think any diva will live up to that match. But, like, the standard, like, I get what you mean. The NXT standard type of style of wrestling and matches. This may be shade, but I don't think Nikki Bella has it in her to pull an NXT match, regardless of who she's working with. Because we know Charlotte can, but I just don't think Nikki will. I think it will be a good match, but I think it will probably be about 10, 12 minutes. But yeah, I don't think we're going to get those moments where we're like, now this is why Nikki Bella deserves to be the longest reigning Divas champion. I just don't see it happen.
You know, Nikki's been asking for opportunity. She's been asking, this is her time to really prove people wrong. And I feel like she knows it. So I think she's going to surprise some people.
I don't know. We'll have to see.
If she wants, because she's not stupid. Well, she is kind of stupid. But, like, she's seen that people on Twitter talking about how her title reign has been worthless. And this is her first title defense since then. She better come out with a fire in her ass, like I've never seen before. Because I seen a little spark in her on Monday Night Raw when she cut her little promo and stuff, and she has been doing a little. She's not bad at her promos, but she can use some work, for God's sake. So I feel like this is the opportunity for Nikki to really bring it up to that next level, because you are going up against Charlotte Flair. This is the bitch who's built a name for herself down at NXT, who has respect from like the Brooklyn crowd, the fucking Jersey crowd, the ECW fans. They love fucking Charlotte and Sasha. These are like hardcore wrestling fans who respect a woman in this business. So you're going up against someone like that, you better kick up your fucking game, Nikki Bella. And if she doesn't, Nick, I'm telling you, I am so done with her. Because I still give her a little chance. You notice.
You try to note when she does well. Something impressive. And I have to, like, I've always said she has really picked up her wrestling skill, and I've said that the Bellas have passion for their wrestling and to wrestle and to perform in a sense, but character, that's where they lack, and that's where I think the disconnect with Nikki Bella is when she's in that ring. Because when we see Bayley, there is emotion, there's connection. Sasha, there's always connection. That girl's the meanest bitch in WWE, and I love it. And Charlotte too, there's always that intensity behind with
Nikki
her.
Nikki doesn't bring anything.
Nikki, what does Nikki bring? Nothing. It's just very bland, very boring, and it just kind of brings me back to the Maria Kanellis type of era, the Kelly era girl, where it's just not. There's
worried
not
about looks.
There's not that emotion. There's not that thing that gets me invested as a WWE fan in a match. So I feel like it'll be an athletic match. They'll have a lot of cool spots, but I don't think I'm going to be walking out of this match being like, oh, I have so much a new respect for Nikki Bella, blah, blah, blah. I just don't see it happening.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's my point exactly, Nick, what you just said, that you don't have respect for her. She needs this match. She really does. And you know what? That's what's, like, I'm so anxious for this match, just because I know my girl can go. I know, Charlotte, you ring that bell, that bitch is ready to give you a fucking 5-star match. This is all Nikki. You're the champion. You gotta come out and be the fucking champion and show us that you deserve to have this belt. This is her proving point, because the fans showed her that she has been pure. Her title reign has been crap. Mostly not her fault. I will give her that. Mostly not her fault, because WWE hasn't done anything with the Divas title in a while. Like, there's been no legit storyline. Okay, the Diva Revolution, fine. Let's have the Beat the Clock Challenge, fine. I want a storyline for that championship, kind of like when AJ took the belt off Caitlyn. That was the last legit storyline for the championship. AJ was like playing with her head the whole time, you know what I mean? All because she wanted this title match. So it's like, WWE, give us something after this. Like, let's get into a little fantasy booking, because we're still running a little early and we have like one more topic left.
Yeah, sure.
Two little short topics. I feel like when Paige comes on for the booking, I think that Nikki Bella should go over, because they put in a lot of work for her to have this reign this long. Paige should come in, get involved, get the disqualification, whatever. Get into a program, because if this is really the Divas Revolution, we're getting 2 Diva matches a night. Let's fucking get 2 different storylines with Divas actually wrestling. Have Charlotte and Paige in a fucking program, then we can have Sasha and Nikki Bella getting into it. You know, because the fans want Sasha right now. They're not ready for Charlotte. That's why I'm afraid that Charlotte's going to be rejected. It's like, no, she is not ready for the Divas Championship yet. She has to build that repertoire with the fans. Sasha has already done that on the main roster, and she did it quickly because she had that match with Bayley, and that helped her out big time. So, What do you think? How do you think it should go about?
Okay, this is how I think I would book Charlotte Paige, this whole type of Diva Championship storyline. I would have Charlotte and Nikki battle it out at Night of Champions and actually have Paige cost her the match. Or maybe I feel like Nikki can win cheating somehow, get a foot on the rope type of thing. Charlotte's pissed. Becky is in the ring there with them, and Paige just snaps. And she's like, and she just takes them both out. So knocks Becky out really, really early on, and then just beats the fuck out of Charlotte, tosses her into the barricades, throw her over the table, like do something kind of interesting, throw her off the ramp, do some shit.
Love that.
And then the night just be like, she was the one that earned that opportunity, and if I was in that position, I would have easily taken that belt, and she took my opportunity. So have that separate storyline going forward, because guess what the next pay-per-view is after Night of Champions? Hell in a Cell. What should we do for the Divas Revolution? Charlotte versus Paige in the first ever Divas Hell in a Cell. Come on now, people.
Like, shit rates itself.
That was the direction I would. And then with the Divas Championship, have Team Bad go after Team Bella right now, because I did read reports that they want to keep these, like they're already planning on breaking up these groups, but for right now, it's kind of a long-term investment idea. And with Team Bad having their merchandise coming out now, I feel like Team Bad should still stay a unit.
Yeah, they should stay together.
So I think I'd love to have Sasha go after Nikki, but I think it should be both her and Naomi kind of being like, all right, this title from you, there's nothing you can do about it, type of thing. So maybe at Hell in a Cell have a 6-diva tag with those with those two teams, while we have Charlotte versus Paige in the Hell in a Cell. So if not Hell in a Cell, like Steel Cage, just give us something different. Like that's how I would book it.
Definitely. I think the PCB has to disband. They definitely do.
My God! Why do actually? And if they don't want to do Hell in a Cell, have Charlotte versus Paige with Becky as special guest referee, because she's in the middle of all this.
That would be good. That would be really good.
And then, like if I said earlier, like they could have her turn heel, fuck Charlotte over again, align herself with Paige, or keep her face and fuck over Paige, and then we could get a Becky Paige kind of side feud going forward too. So I mean, there's just so many possibilities with it. But I just hope WWE puts the investment into it, because, like, that's the thing. The Divas division could be so interesting. There's so many unique, different characters, different type of wrestling styles with these girls, different looks, and I just want them to put the time into it and really make it invested, because you have stars. Like, I don't understand why WWE is like, oh, well, yeah, the women's movement and sports entertainment, we want to be on that level. Well, you have all these girls capable to be that star power. I just don't understand why they're not really capitalizing on it. Like Charlotte, for instance, it could easily be one of the top divas in the company. Paige should have been one of the top divas in the company. Like, giving those type of Lita vibes, I don't know. So I'm just rambling now. But yeah, anything else to say about Charlotte going to be number one contender?
Just WWE, make it interesting. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Make it interesting.
All right, well, let's move on to our next topic. Apparently a new S.H.I.E.L.D. member. I haven't heard anything about this. So.
Well, there's been talk since we have the new guy with the Wyatt family. There's been talks of bringing somebody to help out the S.H.I.E.L.D. So there's been talk about who should be the new S.H.I.E.L.D. member. I don't know if WWE is going to go forward with this, or they're just going to pick out a random person to help out the S.H.I.E.L.D. But I feel like maybe it is time to bring in a new S.H.I.E.L.D. member. I feel like Seth Rollins is so past it right now that they can bring in a new member. Kind of like, D-Generation X. Shawn Michaels left the stable and then they expanded it and made it into something else.
Right, yeah.
So I feel like the spot is open, and I feel like it is needed. Because Dean is just not doing it for me. I'm sorry. He doesn't bring that electricity. And I feel like somebody down at NXT can fit this role perfectly. But the thing is, who? Who could it be?
You know what? I honestly don't think we'll get a kind of NXT star come up. You know who I think it's going to be?
Who?
John motherfucking Cena.
I mean, oh my God. Why?
That's what I just feel like. He'll be the person to take it. I read a report that he has been rumored to kind of fill that void. I just feel like he's facing Seth at Night of Champions for the United States title, but after that, I feel like he's going to be thrown in with Dean and Roman and be their partners, because I mean he has his history with Bray Wyatt in the past, so I don't know. And Cena always shows his face up in other storylines and ruins them, so I wouldn't put it past him on this one too.
You know who I've been thinking? A lot of people are going to say, it's because you like him a lot. I was thinking Brad. Can I explain?
All right, I'll give you the time of day.
Brad has had history with the S.H.I.E.L.D. When he was general manager, there was a lot of back and forth with the Shield. They used to beat him up backstage. They triple power bombed him. He gave them hell. I feel like him coming back could kind of be like him helping them, be like I'm sorry for what I put you guys through, and blah blah blah. Or maybe too much time has passed, and fans.
I think it's too much time. Vince doesn't remember that.
Oh my god! Anything to get Brad on TV.
You're reaching on this one, James.
But like, I feel like why not? Why can't he be a part of the Shield? This guy is capable. He's a good talker. He's beautiful, just like fucking Roman Reigns, and then we can minus fucking Dean. Get some beauty in there, and I really feel like he could be a good person, a good fit for the Shield.
I don't see it. I'll have to leave this for Gigi to shade you, because I can't.
Just think about it, because lately they've been playing around with his character a lot. You know, they keep switching him up, giving him a new gimmick, trying to see
because nothing's working.
That's what I'm saying, Nikki. That's my point. Nothing's working. How about we dig a little deeper? Let's go back and see who he's feuded with before. Who has given him a problem? He had some problem with the Shield. He had some dynamic with them. He used to put them together. If he could put them together on TV, he could easily work together with them as a cohesive unit. And I feel like they can switch up his look. Brad is a chameleon. He'll switch into anything. Come on, he wanted a blonde, blue-eyed Englishman? There he goes. He's a very good actor. He has that whole YouTube channel where he plays like 6 characters in one video. He can do this. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I really, really like Brad, because he's very multi-talented. And a lot of people don't know this is because WWE's never showcased any of it. He tried to put it on his YouTube to blow it up. WWE's never retweeted it, never put it on the website, nothing. They don't give a fuck about shit like that. But I feel like if they give him the chance, or if somebody pitches an idea like this for him, and he actually gets to test it out, I feel like they would go with it, because he would kill it. He really would. Think about it. Him in black, dressed up like kind of like the Shield used to do it, in his own modern way. Oh my god, I would love it. Oh my god, can I dream? Can I dream?
You keep that wet dream going, James, because that's not happening. I don't see that happening. I like the best Brad could get at this point is hopefully a position on NXT, because it's just not working for him. Or put him in a tag team, make him a manager, do something. Because if not, I see him on the way out. Like, I know he's your boo, I know you love him, and he's cute, he's got kind of that sleazy cuteness to him, but I just don't think he's Shield member worthy. I think that's a little bit of a reach. So, I don't know. Wish him the best, though.
I don't know who else could fit that role, though.
I don't know. Like, I don't know. I guess we'll ask the listeners, who do you guys think would be a better fit for the Shield?
You know why it's so hard? Because Seth Rollins is just a big shoe to fill.
He is. I mean, I don't think he's replaceable in the Shield. I really don't think they should add another member to the Shield, to be honest. That's why I think Cena should just come in and like align himself with them.
Ugh. Why Cena? Why not Kevin Owens or Cesaro?
That would be cool. I'd love to see Kevin Owens, actually. But I mean, he's a phenomenal heel right now. So Cesaro would be a better choice. Better fit, to be honest.
If they're going to pick the random person, I would go with Cesaro to come in. Or how about, you know what? Oh, I got it. How about Randy Orton join the Shield?
Okay.
I feel like that would be a good one. You know, let's really get into it. Randy ain't doing nothing. Tell me what Randy's doing.
I don't know, fucking botching and battling Sheamus for the past couple months.
So irrelevant. Nobody gives a shit. I don't even know why the hell they put the fucking Money in the Bank on Sheamus. That was like a waste of fucking time. Like, ain't nobody gonna take him credible as a heavyweight champion. Like, stop it. Like, if you guys want him to be the WWE heavyweight champion, he has to have a whole new gimmick thing. Because it's just not working. It's not working. I don't like that cocky, arrogant heel he's trying to go by. I don't like it at all.
No, I'm not a big fan of Sheamus right now.
It's not working for me, and that's why he doesn't connect with the fans. And Randy ain't doing a goddamn thing. I think Randy would be a good fit for the heel. Randy needs to change. He needs to evolve. He's been the same guy since 2006. He's like fucking Cena. They've been the same type of person for the whole time. It would be awesome to have the Viper of the Shield. You know what I mean? Like, the RKO's, crazy matches. Because Randy can fucking work. Have him mix it up with the Shield members. I think Randy would be a good fit, if not Brad.
I like Randy. I think Randy's a better choice, a more realistic choice too.
It would be awesome, and then you could have Seth get jealous. You know what I mean? Like after he's finished his little side feud with fucking Sting. It's a little side feud because nobody gives a shit about this. Like really?
Oh God, I'm over Sting. Like, he better not take that World Heavyweight Championship off my bag because I will lose it. Like, you'll be seeing me on Twitter. I have gifts left, right, and center ready. So
I'm gonna have a Nikki rant.
Yeah, but let's move on to our final segment of the night. Our final topic. Speaking of NXT, our current and our new NXT Women's Champion, Bayley. She has been outselling merchandise comparable to the Bella Twins. So that is huge. And there's even been reports saying within the company, some believe that she could potentially be as big as John Cena when she gets to the point. And I can see it. She has such a great connection with the kids. So what do you think of this, though, James?
I think it's awesome that Bayley has reached this milestone so young in her career. To come, and she's only on the network. Think about it, guys. That just shows you how big the network is coming across. Because a lot of people know who Bayley is clearly because they're buying her merch. And all these parents, all these little girls, if you go on Bayley's favorites on her Twitter, all you see is videos of little girls reacting to Bayley. It's insane. They're like, "Oh, who's your favorite Bayley?" They're all dancing around. They have the little pony, the pigtail, the headbands. Remember when Bayley first came out for in NXT? A lot of people were like, "Oh, she won't go over. She won't go over." And I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" I remember you, Nikki. You were one of the people that thought she would go over with the gimmick. But a lot of people didn't. A lot of people that we used to do shows with, they were like, no, she won't go over with the stupid minute. I'm like, she's giving out headbands to kids. Nobody's ever done that. Kids are going to love that shit, especially little girls who watch WWE. And then she has that cute little shirt, I'm a hugger, that you can get for anybody to wear. Like, her marketing is on fucking point. So I'm not surprised that she's outselling the Bella Twins, especially after that 5-star match like that. Now,
Bayley's got it to fucking together.
Right, her gimmick, everything. Eugene gave her this gimmick, brilliant. You know what I mean? He helped her out with it, and look at her now. WWE right now, what they need to do is capitalize and stop pumping out some new shirts of Bayley's. And I feel like I really love the anime version of Bayley. They should do like a little anime version of her or something. Make it cute and kid friendly, like Bayley. You know?
Make it really colorful, Like Cena has all these shirts. I can really see Bayley being one of those divas that has all of these colored shirts. Like, she's kind of like the replacement of what AJ left, with all of these girls being inspired by her, dressing like her, like watching and commentating, singing, like all of these things. I always see that for Bayley too. So that's why she was a nominee for Fan Slam as well, like for most interactive on social media, because she really is. She's so good with her fans. And like Izzy, like everybody even knows that little girl down in NXT, Izzy, because she's just that prominent and loves Sasha. She hates Sasha. Loves Bayley. And I mean, she cried when she won her number one contenders match. So it's like, come on, there's obviously an investment there. And WWE clearly sees that. So I think Bayley has a huge future in WWE. And I can't wait. I can't wait to see her evolve and come up onto the main roster, be with her 4 horsewomen, just like change the division, push out the Bellas, push out the ones that are just kind of left that mark on the Divas division that people weren't taking seriously, and replace it with what we have now. So I feel like Bayley is going to be perfect for it.
Definitely. And the thing is, like, the girl can go in the ring.
The girl can out wrestle. She could wrestle a broom and still make it look good. Like she is so talented.
And she's so cute. She's so nice, family oriented. I really love how when she won the Divas Championship, they interviewed her mom. I was like, who does this? Like, of course, Bayley's mom would be there. Like, it just made it even more special. And I really see that's why fans connect with her, because you see that real person. You know what I mean? They see themselves in Bayley, the little awkward girl who's trying her hardest. You know what I mean? The
being
underdog,
starstruck by everybody.
Yeah, like it's just so cute. Like, Bayley, she's so innovative. Like, this character came out of nowhere. People didn't think it was going to work, and look at her. Killing shit. And I'm so glad they actually let her wrestle apart from her character, because she wrestles like like she's a beast, not like she's a little softy. You know what I mean? Because the character, she's very soft, but when she gets into that ring, forget about it.
Right, that's what I loved about when they were building her character from the beginning. They're like, don't be intimidated by her. Like, even though she's starstruck and awestruck by, like, remember when she wrestled AJ and stuff like that on NXT? She could still go in the ring, though, and she's very capable. And they said she's been trained, like, her whole life she's wanted to be a wrestler. So, I mean, she has the skills to back it up, and she's so passionate on the mic as well. I really do like Bayley on the mic. I feel like she just can get people behind her. She's the ultimate underdog. So yeah, props for Bayley.
Yeah, this just goes to show WWE that you don't have to be a big blonde boob girl to go over. That's why when you talked about Amanda, I was like, we don't need her. I was like, she's so irrelevant when it comes up to somebody like Bayley, Sasha, Becky. That's why I'm so over these models that don't give a shit about the business. You know what I'm like, go away. Bye. Like, I don't even want to hear about them. I want to talk about girls that actually can go. The girls that want to learn. The girls that...
But the thing is, though, James, you're an advocate for Eva. And, like, Eva went down the same path. She didn't fucking learn how to wrestle or show generally any interest in wrestling until 3 years down.
But it wasn't her fault.
Come on now. Like, even tweeting anything like that on her social media. You mean to tell me WWE said, hey, don't tweet about the product, don't do any of these things? I just feel like she didn't give a shit.
She didn't know much about the product to tweet about it. I feel like she came in it like
I just
deer in
think
headlights.
You can't drag Amanda over the coals and call her this fake bitch and using this
she
business
is, because
and all
I got
this
to
and
see
that.
her. I got to see how she
Eva
acts.
did the exact same thing.
What did
and
Eva
just because
do?
she's showing progression now, it's like, come on, it took her this long, so.
I didn't see Eva throw anybody under the bus. I didn't see her badmouth anybody.
She was badmouthing everybody on her first time when she was there.
When?
Getting under Natty's skin, getting under the Bella's
Natty
skin.
was intimidated by her. Natty was intimidated by her. We were all annoyed with Natty that season. And the Bella twins. And then when she started coming at them, which was so forced and produced, Bellas are gonna ball and blah 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 are gonna fall, or whatever the hell it was. Like, that line, I'm like, really? We're supposed to be threatened by Eva Marie saying something like that? No. I'm sorry. I'm not here for Amanda. I can't and I won't.
I hear you. I just find it like, ugh. It's like, you could drag this bitch, but she pretty much comes from the same background as Eva. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see what this
well, at
does.
least Eva's cute. She's not cute.
I don't know what you're saying. I think you're being a little hard on the girl. The girl's cute. Like,
she's a bitch.
She's got a banging body.
Not a
she's
bitch.
Got pretty hair. She's just got big lips. That's the only.
She's a bitch. And like I always say, Eva is a cool
You know what?
chick.
You know what? No, I'm calling you out right now because you're the one that says you love yourself a good bitch. And here's one right in front of you, and what are you doing? You're dragging the girl.
No, she's like mean. Like, to the point where she's doing it for
Would
attention.
you not be mean to Sarah Lee too? I would. Fuck.
Well, I wouldn't be,
yeah, come on now. You just gotta think about it.
But it wasn't only Sarah Lee. Like, she came at Chelsea. She came at Gabby. She coming at multiple people. Like, all she did was fight Nikki. That's all she did was argue. She never won a challenge. She never won a challenge. She never placed. She never won anything. She just floated. She should have went home, but Miz saved her because she was hot. If Miz wasn't there and Hulk didn't go and run his mouth, she would have been gone. An afterthought. Nobody would have thought of her. People would be over it. That's what I'm saying. She got lucky. It's just the stars aligned for her, and it just worked out for her. Now she got to prove herself.
And you're bitter about it, though.
I'm not bitter. I am a little bitter because I don't like her. I never liked her. Since the season started, I didn't like her. And now you're telling me this bitch got signed? I'm like, ugh, ew. You know what I mean? Like, ugh,
well,
why?
We know who you're replacing when Rosa goes out.
I mean, well, no, I'm not like that. Like, if she comes in and she puts in the hard work and she becomes something and, like, actually, like, delivers, then okay, I'll give her a shot. You know what I mean? But I just don't see it happening for her. I don't think she's going to be in WWE long.
She needs to prove herself to you. That's what she has to do.
There's no place for her. That's how I feel like there's no place. Like, I feel like the Divas search got canceled because the Tough Enough was just such a shit show. Because they haven't talked about it, they haven't promoted it, it got postponed or something. I think WWE sees that fans don't really give a shit of bringing in these reality stars and then training them and that whole, like, and I heard that USA has not picked up Tough Enough for another season. Like, that's done. If Tough Enough
no, they dropped it.
Yeah, if Tough Enough's brought back, it'll be on the network, which, if they do, that's the best place they should go. But with fucking this girl, like, Nick, really? Look at all of our NXT girls. Where is she gonna fit? She's gonna have to go through the ranks. She has to go through NXT like every other diva that's been brought into the company in the modern time. I'm talking about in the last 3 years until now. The divas that's been brought in now, they're going through NXT, like the girl Jasmine, the Australian girls, Jax, Dev Taylor. She's got to go through that route. Don't go through, like, look at Eva Marie. Look at all the shit Eva Marie caught because she didn't go through that route.
Exactly, but I think that's what Amanda's going to capitalize on, is going down that Eva route. Hey, it's not the smartest thing, but you're getting heat. And from what this girl, unlike Eva in the fucking first 3 years, kind of understands what being a heel is and getting heel heat and filling this character. That's all this girl talked about on Tough Enough was, oh, I'm just playing a character, and I know I need to be a bitch because she's so likable.
But her wrestling is terrible. Like, what she showed us was just crap. She was not the athletic girl. I just feel like she's just going to be so bad in the ring. Like, I could already
we'll see. And who knows? What's to say, like, during her 3 months of training, she'll just have enough.
She needs to. She needs to.
If she does, then I'll join you. But till then, I'm gonna give her a chance.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. So, girl, just prove me wrong. That's all I'm saying. Prove me wrong.
And that's great when people prove you wrong, because you get that respect from them. You're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, like, remember Naomi? I used to be like, she can never be a heel. She couldn't do it. I was like, there's no way. She can't do it. She can't do it. I was so not here for a Naomi heel turn, because I was like, there's no way she can do it. And she proved me wrong. And I've said it, and I'll say it again. Naomi shut me the fuck up. So, let's see if Amanda can. And I don't think she can.
I don't think... well, I don't know. Now that you're saying all these things, I don't think she can, but I'm going to put it out there. You give it your all, girl.
I don't know. Nick, it's going to be tough. It's going to be so tough for her. I'm just telling you. I'm looking at it like from how the fans are going to treat her, and from the girls down at NXT who been there working, busting their asses, coming out, giving us some crazy shit, and then all people are going to see is like another Sarah Lee, a girl from, like, Sarah Lee is going to have a leg to stand on. Are you kidding me?
Oh, this girl's not going to be in the business. She's going to be in our river, so...
So, I don't think Amanda either. I don't think the only one that could probably get any respect from this whole... I don't even think Gigi would be respected, too, but Gigi would come in, and I think she would put in the hard work, but I just don't... honestly, if none of them get signed, I'm okay.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see, because, I mean, who knows? By next week on our next podcast, there may be another Tough Enough contestant that was signed to a contract. So we'll find out, and maybe some more stuff will be coming out about Amanda. So, but other than that, that's all of our topics for today's show. So I hope all the listeners enjoyed our good debates. I feel like we had good debates on this episode.
It was a crazy episode. A lot of scandals.
Oh. But anyway, I just wanted to thank everybody for listening once again, and make sure to tune in to Sammy's fantasy booking that will be coming out here shortly, and it's centered around the NXT women's division as well. So he's been keeping that secret shut tight, so I'm really excited to hear that. And yeah, so that will be coming out. And if you guys haven't checked out Fan Slam, like I mentioned earlier in the show, go in the description, click the link, and just go watch it. It was really fun. And our other podcast from last week when we talked about everything as well will be in the description as well. So yeah, James, anything else, any final saying before we peace out?
No, you covered everything. Just make sure you guys reach the goal. Let's get 30 likes, guys, in comments.
Yeah. Get the 30 likes up there and be in the comments, because like we said, James and I will be in there. Gigi was in there last week. I seen Tom floating around in there too. So, everybody can just come and talk with us. And like I said, if you guys haven't voted for who you want to be inducted into the TPP River, there's a straw poll in the description. Click that link. It's super fun, and you can actually see the pie chart on who's winning. So it's really exciting. There's been a couple votes already, so that will be announced in a couple weeks. But hey, we already got a new inductee on this episode. So Zara, welcome to the racist section.
Oh, it pains me.
Oh, what a mess. The girl deserves it, though. I'm sorry. Just because you're cute and you've got tattoos does not mean you can.
Right.
fucking cover for everything else. Over it. But yeah, that's the end of the show. James, where can people find you on social media if they want to talk with you?
You can follow me.
Sorry. One more thing I forgot to mention. Our new project, TPP Behind the Shade. We're still looking for questions from you guys. So just leave them in the comments section. Or if you're on Twitter following us, just tweet us your questions that you want us answer. So like wrestling related, podcast related, asking us questions about how we do our podcast, anything like that. Doesn't matter. Just something really fun like that. So definitely put that down in the comment section if you remember.
Mm-hmm.
But James, where can people find you?
You could probably find me at the Chipotle down the street. I'm starving. Oh my god, I'm so hungry. But you can follow me at Jimmy James, JAYMES.
Awesome. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, you can find me at Nick Aiken WWE, which, by the way, I'm looking for a new Twitter handler. So if anybody has any mentions or any ideas, I'd like to switch it up a little bit.
Yeah, you over it?
Yeah, just a little bit. I want something fun. But yeah, if you want to follow me on Twitter, Nick Aiken WWE, Instagram at Prince PipeBomb, which I was thinking of changing my Twitter to if it's not taken. So
Prince
we'll
Pipe
see. And Tumblr at Prince PipeBomb as well. But yeah, just wanted to thank the listeners again and all the shout outs that I gave to all of our loyal listeners down in the comment section. I'll be talking to you guys later. So have a fabulous day, James.
Toodaloo, Prince PipeBomb.
All right, bye.